Hey friends! Ever wondered why we spend so much time on social media, despite knowing it's not the best for us? It's crazy to think that over 60% of the world's population, that's 4.80 billion people, are hooked. Just think about your screen time. Do you spend around 2 hours and 24 minutes each day scrolling? That's a big chunk of your time. And get this, in the past year, social media users shot up by 137 million. Facebook, owned by Meta, rules as the most popular platform. Let's not forget TikTok. It's blowing up too, with 1.8 billion monthly active users projected by year-end. Surprisingly, social media addiction is quite similar to addictions like smoking, drinking, drugs, and gambling. What's the secret behind this addiction? How does social media have such a hold on us? But here's the good news, you're not powerless. Together, we'll explore techniques to help you take back control of your social media habits. Let's dive in. In addiction, our bodies follow a pattern called the dopamine pattern. Dopamine, a brain chemical, drives motivation and reward. When we anticipate something that brings happiness, dopamine levels rise. Think of waiting for a delicious meal at your favorite restaurant. The mere thought triggers excitement, releasing dopamine. It fuels your anticipation and makes you eager to indulge. You can almost taste the flavors and imagine the satisfaction. Now, picture yourself savoring the beautifully presented meal. Happiness rushes in as your brain acknowledges the reward, causing a surge in dopamine. But as with any pleasure, the initial excitement fades. Eating the same meal every day becomes less joyful. This is where the concept of the hedonic treadmill comes into play. The hedonic treadmill refers to the tendency for our happiness levels to return to a relatively stable baseline, despite major positive or negative events. In the context of social media addiction, it means that the initial boost of happiness we experience from notifications, likes, and comments diminishes over time. To compensate for this diminishing effect, we start seeking more likes, comments, and followers. We become caught in a cycle of chasing validation to maintain our dopamine levels. However, as the novelty wears off, the pursuit becomes more challenging, and we crave even more validation to recapture that initial rush. Now, let's explore why we don't become equally addicted to everything. Take starting an e-commerce business, for example. Initially, the excitement and potential rewards of building an online store are enticing. Who wouldn't want some extra cash? But as time goes on, the pursuit may not generate the same addictive pull as social media. Why is that? Another example is the habit of reading books for knowledge. We recognize the benefits, but why don't we become addicted to it? Well, there are 3 main reasons. Firstly, instant gratification. With just a few taps, we connect with people worldwide, creating a digital community at our fingertips. Secondly, peer approval plays a powerful role. We all desire recognition and acceptance, and social media offers a platform to seek validation. Receiving likes, comments, and shares generates a sense of belonging and importance that keeps us coming back for more. Lastly, there's the pleasure response. Social media platforms are designed to trigger our brain's pleasure center. Each notification, like, or comment releases a surge of dopamine, providing a sense of pleasure and satisfaction. It becomes a reward that keeps us hooked and craving for more engagement. Unlike social media, activities like reading books, starting a business, or studying difficult subjects lack instant gratification, peer approval, and pleasure response. They prioritize long-term goals and patience, while social media fulfills our desire for immediate gratification and validation through likes, comments, and shares. But here's the thing, this addiction has consequences. Have you ever watched the Social Dilemma documentary? It uncovers the dark side of social media and how these platforms manipulate our behavior. It's eye-opening to see how algorithms tailor our feeds, influence our opinions, and even exploit our vulnerabilities. It's a must-watch to understand the impact of social media addiction on our lives. Alright, let's dig into some specific examples of how different social media platforms harness these elements. When it comes to the world of social media, they all strive to provide instant gratification, peer approval, and pleasure response. However, Each platform has its own strengths in delivering these aspects. Facebook, for instance, is all about connecting users with friends and family worldwide, offering that instant connection we crave. Threads, the new contender in the Twitter space, sets itself apart by creating an environment where users can seek and receive peer approval through private conversations with their close circle. And then there's TikTok, the reigning king of pleasure response. Its addictive and entertaining content triggers a rush of dopamine, leaving us yearning for more of those delightful videos. These platforms cater to different needs and preferences, providing unique and captivating experiences that keep us engaged in their own special ways. Now that we understand the impact of social media addiction, let's discover 3 of the best practical solutions to break free from its grip. Solution 1. Turn off notifications. Disable push notifications for social media apps in your phone settings. This will reduce the temptation and interruptions caused by constant alerts. Instead, check social media intentionally during designated time slots that you decide, using apps like Moment or Screen Time to track and manage your screen time. Solution 2. Take breaks. Practice intentional breaks from social media. Utilize apps like OffTime or Forest to track and manage your screen time, reminding you to take breaks and resist the urge to open social media apps. Some apps even offer features to temporarily lock social media apps during your break periods, helping you stay focused on other activities like app detox. Solution 3. Limit your access. Start by setting clear boundaries around your social media usage. The Do Not Disturb mode on your phone to minimize distractions and focus on your tasks without constant notifications. You can use app blockers like Freedom or App Block to limit your access to social media during specific times of the day. Remember, it's all about finding a balance that works for you and using technology as a tool rather than letting it control your life. The key is to make it harder for yourself to engage in addictive behaviors, and this principle applies to various addictions. By increasing difficulty, it's easier to break free. No easy access to cigarettes or money. Less chance of smoking addiction. No nearby casinos or means to gamble. Reduced risk of gambling addiction. Barriers increase chances of overcoming addiction and regaining control. Social media can be a powerful tool when used in moderation. It connects us with people from all over the world and provides a platform for sharing information and ideas. So there's no need to completely cut it out of your life. After all, you're watching this video on social media, which shows the benefits it can bring. But let's take a moment to reflect. How many of your Facebook friends have you actually met in person? It's easy to get caught up in the virtual world and forget about the importance of real-life connections. And when it comes to time, it's precious. We can easily lose hours scrolling endlessly on social media. Instead, let's find a balance and focus on activities that bring us joy, growth, and fulfillment. By the way, if you're curious, I've got more thought-provoking content for you. Check out our recent video where we explore fascinating topics like the secrets behind the success of Jewish community. And before you go, if you found value in this video, show some love by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Your support keeps us creating informative content. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.